You are incredibly successful, both professionally and personally. What I want to know is, what does enduring success mean to you? Achieving enduring success.
That's something I strive for. You mentioned that before, and I thought to myself, geez, for me at this point in my life, at one point I would have said, a healthy marriage, good work-life balance, yada, yada. And that would have just been all BS, because truly I'm a workaholic. So enduring success means my practice keeps going and growing. We help more and more people. At some point I can step aside and it can continue without me because I'm not that unique. In my personal life, my little one has autism, making sure she grows up and she's successful. And my older one's a rock star, and I just want to make sure she continues to be successful and make smart choices. And obviously in my personal life, I'm not really sure other than that. Right now, that's kind of enduring success for me, is being a good dad and being a good business owner. And obviously coaching other guys, they've gone through midlife crisis. They've gone through real life stuff that hurts. Guys don't like to admit when it hurts, but the truth is a lot of things hurt.
And one of the things that just gets to my heart is the way that you talk about Dylan and Kennedy, your two daughters. And I feel that fulfillment and joy come from you in the success of being a dad to them.
I love it. I always say I'm glad I didn't know when I was younger, because I probably would have brought kids into this world long before I was ready. It's the greatest thing ever. For me, that's the highlight. Driving Dylan to school today, having her pick music, what she wants to listen to. Here's a kid who's autistic, and she used to have earmuffs on everywhere. And now she's asking to blare the music, and she's got her special shoes. The girl opens the door to take her in, and she's like, "Hey, can you hold this bag?" And she's doing so well. And Kennedy's just turned into an amazing young woman. I got Kennedy when she was 5. She's my stepdaughter. And I never thought there would be a bond like there was. She's the reason I wanted kids, because I kept thinking, wow, she's amazing. If I had ever been there earlier on, it would have been amazing. And it is a gift. You're a parent. It's totally a gift. It's a challenging gift, because you try to balance it. You try to be the best example. But the truth is, they don't come with a playbook.
They don't come with, and I screw up every day. Literally every day. Every day I'm saying, I just need to reset. Okay, here's what I want to get your perspective. And I think the way that we go about this, and I'm going to ask you the 5 choices that I made, and I'd like you to apply them to your life. And I think the men that are listening, the families that are listening, the parents that are listening, the clients that are listening can apply these into their lives too. Okay. The first choice that I made, I was 20 years old, and that choice was to pick up the phone when my sister called, and you know that. When you reflect on your journey to where you are today, your journey to success, was there a first choice, whether practical or profound, that you would say, that really impacted my journey here?
Yeah, I think there was probably 2. The first one was, I was married for a short time in my 20s, and it was during a tumultuous time. And she did the best she could, but I was a mess. And even when we were at the bottom, we weren't close to each other, and we had grown apart, and we realized it just wasn't going to work. I was too messed up. But she pushed me to go to an AA meeting, and I went to that meeting, and I thought at the time that I was better than everyone else. I mean, my house was in foreclosure. My cows get repo, but in my mind, I still looked different. And there was a guy who came up on a bicycle. He looked rough. He looked like he was homeless. But he talked about spirituality and that peace and something. And I got his phone number. And it turns out he's very successful. He's a director at a hospital. He just happened to ride his bike. But I said to him, wow, you looked homeless when I met you. That moment, when that guy put his hand out to me, he showed up at jail. I don't know if he made the first step or I made the first step, but that connection to this day, he's the guy I look up to. I mean, he's the guy I try to emulate.
That's awesome. So you met him, and the first choice that you made is connecting with him and calling him. And now he's been a part of your life always.
He's the godfather of Dylan.
Thank you for joining me for our Choose and Become interview series. You could find this episode and others at trishkendall.com. Just go to trishkendall.com/choose-become-interview-series. Or if you have a question or just want to leave a comment, email me, trish@trishkendall.com.